guys, my name is Jen, and before I get started, I have a real question for you guys. Do you guys change if you record more than one video in like the same sitting or the same day? Because I just recorded a review and now I'm going to do a tag, and I was just like, I don't really want to change just for that. So I'm just curious if you guys do that at all. So today I am going to be doing the stay-at-home book tag. This was created by Princess of Paperback back in April of 2020, kind of when everybody was just stuck in lockdown and quarantine. So the prompts have a lot to do with everything we were doing while we were stuck at home, which a lot of us, most of us, are still stuck at home, or at least trying to stay home as much as possible. So most of these things are probably still pretty relevant. I wasn't tagged or anything, I had just seen it and I thought the questions were really good, so I figured I would give it a go, and I will link the original video down below. So the first one is laying in bed. We all have done a ton of that lately, I am sure. So for this prompt, it says, pick a book that you read in one day. And I chose Pines by Blake Crouch and Wayward by Blake Crouch. These are both part of the Wayward Pines trilogy. When I picked this one up, my husband had a friend over that I really just was like, I don't want to hang out right now, guys, sorry. So I like went in the bedroom and I sat down. I literally binged through this whole book in just less than a day. So one day, one sitting. It was amazing. I loved it. After I read that one, I obviously had to pick up the second one the next day, and I did the exact same thing. I sat myself in the bed and I didn't get up until I finished this one. So both of those were really good for quick one-day reads. So the second one is another one that I have obviously done a lot of during quarantine and lockdown, and that is snacking. Show us your guilty pleasure reads. So the ones I picked aren't anything like weird or like guilty or anything, but it's just like a lot different than the things that I usually read and enjoy. And so for me, I picked the Illuminae Files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So there's Illuminae, Gemina, and Obsidio, and these are sci-fi books with like an evil AI, and it's all told through like emails and videos and stuff like that. So they're all super quick reads, and I just thought they were really fun. I really enjoyed most of the characters in there too, especially the AI character. So yeah, that one's just it feels a little guilty for me, I guess, just because it's not what I typically pick up, but I really enjoy that. The next prompt is Netflix, what is a series that you want to start? And so for me, I have chosen the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. I do own The Way of Kings and the second one, Words of Radiance. I would love to get started on a giant new series and just dive into a new world. However, I hate starting series that are not finished. You see these back here? It's given me trauma. We're never gonna get the next book in the Game of Thrones series, I'm convinced. So since that, I hate starting series that aren't finished. And I know he's gonna finish it. It's not gonna be like Game of Thrones, but it's just hard for me to wait now. So, but I do want to start it, and I've heard such good things about it, so I will probably get going on the first one sometime soon. They are all very chunky boys. Someone is literally beating on their door outside their apartment, and it's their apartment, so I don't know why they're just beating on it. All right, the next one is Deep Clean. What is a book that has been on your TBR for ages? So I looked, and the book that has been on my TBR the longest, and definitely on my shelf the longest, and it's very shameful, I feel, is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I have no reason to not have read this yet. I loved all of her other books that I've read. It is very short. I've heard great things about it. I have no idea why I haven't read it yet. I have a few books that I have on my TBR for February, so I'm not sure if I will get to it this month. If I do finish up all the books on my February TBR, then I'll probably be picking this one up. If not, I'll get this one in March. The next one is Animal Crossing, a book that you recently bought because of hype. I don't want to double dip on any books too much, but the Stormlight Archive is definitely one that I've bought because of hype. I've just heard amazing things about it. The other one I bought because of hype was Phoenix Extravagant by Yoon Ha Lee, and this one was definitely worth the hype. I loved it. Great story, fabulous characters, lots of representation for the LGBTQ community, which was very nice. You don't see that in a lot of sci-fi, and it was just great overall. So I picked this one up and was definitely worth the hype. The next one is Productivity, a book that you have learned from. Well, first of all, I'm going to let you know I haven't been productive at all since the quarantine and lockdown. I haven't done anything. I mean, I am working now. I'm a teacher, so we're back to school, but other than that, I'm just not doing anything. Motivation is very low still. But a book that I've learned from, this was really hard, but I think I'm just going to go with like all of the horror books that I've ever read, because they have made me very aware and very scared of people in the world because of things that I've seen that I've read in books. I am constantly like just trying to be a little safer. I'm checking the back seat of my car before I get in. I'm very aware of people around me when I'm in parking lots. Last year I got married, and like the month after I got married, I got an email saying that I had won this like package for the bride to like come in and get her makeup and hair done as like a trial for her wedding. And I was just like, I didn't sign up for anything. And so I called my mom and I'm like, did you sign me up for something for my wedding? And she's like, oh yeah, I signed you up for some stuff, but I'm not sure if I signed you up for that. And I'm just like, well, they said I won. And I was just like, I'm not going to that. Maybe I won, but I'm already married. So if it's real, I don't want to take it away from someone else. And if it's not real, that's a good way to get kidnapped. So thank you to all of the horror books and movies that I have taken in my life. I'm very paranoid now. The next one is FaceTime, a book that you were gifted, and this Christmas I was gifted The Hungry Ones by Chris Sorensen. I have read the first one, The Messy Man, and I loved it, and I know the third one's out for this book now too. The only reason I haven't read The Hungry Ones yet is because I kind of want to reread The Messy Man and then just read them all back to back. So I'm probably gonna, and I don't read a lot, but I do want to. It's been a while since I read the first one, so I want to make sure I remember everything before I like keep going in the series. But I was really excited when I picked this one up because the covers are just creepy and they all match, and I think they're very cool looking. The last one is Self-Care. What is something you have done to take care of yourself? I have been reading, I have been watching a lot of anime, and I also really enjoy crocheting. So I actually just finished making a baby blanket for my friend who just had her baby, and all of those things are usually very relaxing for me, and I enjoy all of those. So that is my self-care. And then there was a bonus question: name a book that is coming out soon. And you guys are gonna get so sick of me talking about this series, but it's literally the thing I am most excited about in my life right now, and that is the fourth book in the Books of Babel series. I am reading book 2 right now. I already own book 3, so I can just dive into it as soon as I finish this one. And the fourth book comes out in November, and it is called The Fall of Babylon. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So I'm sorry, I talk about this. I think I've talked about this in like every video. I only have like 5 videos out, guys, and I can't stop talking about this. But that is all. That was the stay-at-home book tag. I'm not going to tag anybody because I only have a few followers and this is a pretty old tag, so you guys probably already done it anyway. But I hoped you enjoyed that, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.